Oh my god, guys. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. This is the coolest thing I think I've ever seen. We are getting an absolutely incredible update to Sea of Thieves on the 22nd of this month, and as you can see, it's called A Pirate's Life. They changed their picture on their social media, and I wondered why, because to me, I thought that looks familiar. That looks like a skull I recognise. And I was right that it is something I would recognise, and oh my god. An epic original story. This is going to be 5 tall tales. I'll talk more about that towards the end of the video. Basically, this is a reaction video of me going crazy to a load of pictures that I've taken from the trailer, which I will link down below. You have to go and watch it if you enjoy Sea of Thieves, or you enjoy the other thing that this is linked to. You need to go and watch it. It is the coolest thing. I am so hyped. This is the most hype I've been for a long time about anything coming to a game, because it's something that I really love. Coming free to Sea of Thieves June 22nd, and that is when we will be getting the third season pass for Sea of Thieves as well. But you can see there in the corner that this is a collab with Disney, and I think that pretty much tells you what this is. This is a crossover with Pirates of the Caribbean. I did not expect this. Rare, you have outdone yourselves. I am so hype. There's no words to describe how happy I am and how excited I am. And yeah, wow, I couldn't believe it. As soon as this screen came up and you had Yo Ho, A Pirate's Life for Me playing, I was like, really? Is this actually going to be Sea of Thieves and Pirates of the Caribbean? Like, oh my god, and just the screenshots that I'm going to share, like I said, they're all taken from Rare's trailer, and you really do need to go and watch this. The atmosphere and the way that they've done this trailer is incredible. I am just so... I'm in love. I'm in love and I'm in love, and I can't wait for this to come out. And you bet that as soon as this actually does come out, that I will actually record it and, go through, do the missions and record it and, yeah, share it with you guys. But just like, okay, I was like, okay, an outpost. We've been expecting something to happen with the outposts because of the buildings that have been appearing. This must have been such a long time in the works, and I just can't. I'm so excited. They've been dropping hints that something big was coming through the runes, and I know there's been a lot of talk about deciphering all those runes and what they mean, and they dropped one earlier. But here, this was the first bit I was like, this really is Pirates of the Caribbean, isn't it? Because this is Tia Dalma, I think you pronounce it like that, in Sea of Thieves, and I think that it must be the voice actors from Pirates of the Caribbean. If not, they've got incredible impersonation, but I would imagine, seeing as it is a crossover with Disney, it has to be them. And she starts talking about the fact that we need to save someone in order to save a pirate's life. Now, it then shows actual, character models diving to a ship under the water. So this tells me that maybe we are going to get some more underwater exploration, which is something as players we have been clamouring for a long time. And I think Rare really have listened to us with this, because, like I said, this is going to be tall tales, but a lot of the tall tales, like the ones with Flameheart and that, they then have impacts into the free roam world, as it were, for Sea of Thieves. And I would really hope this is going to be the same. So there was a shot of pirates going in, and it looked like raiding some loot from this kind of cave, cavern, vault. And I'm wondering if this is like a throwback to the cursed treasure in Pirates of the Caribbean. If you've seen it, it's the treasure that Barbossa and his crew end up actually collecting, and then they get cursed and become the skeletons, and they have to put it back and do the sacrifice and everything to make them not skeletons, basically. But this just looks, again, this was like building up the atmosphere in this trailer, and I was like, okay, where's they going with this? Is this really going to be, what I'm thinking? And then they showed this shot, which is all murky and mysterious, and I expect that that's probably a location we have in game. I can't think right now, maybe it's like Shipwreck Bay or something, but it doesn't look like that. It looks completely different, and I've certainly never seen that tower in game, so maybe we're getting a whole new expansion area, or maybe this is just going to be, as you go into the Tall Tale, things change a bit like they do for other Tall Tales where you can access hidden areas. And then it shows pirates going down the stairs on the Ferry of the Damned because we have to save one pirate in order to save a pirate's life. And I just was like, okay, really, come on, where's this going, where's this going, where's this going? And you can probably tell how excited I am. And then this scene came up, and I was like, no, no way. Is that really Captain Jack Sparrow? You can see the hat, and this scene of him whistling to the dog to try and get the keys is so iconic. Like, it's, if you've watched Pirates of the Caribbean and you're a massive fan of it like me, that is such an iconic scene, and as soon as I saw that, I knew what it was. And then, of course, he comes out of the shadows saying that he expects we know who he is. And yes, of course, we know who he is. Anyone who loves this game and loves anything to do with pirates, you've all probably heard of Pirates of the Caribbean. It's so famous. And also, what a character model. I think they've made him look really cool in this game. They've managed to keep the art style of Sea of Thieves whilst also making it incredibly badass and Pirates of the Caribbean enough-esque. And I can't. I'm just so excited. I never, ever, ever, ever expected this. This is like literally the dream of what I would have ever wanted added to Sea of Thieves. Um, and then it says that basically in the storyline, Jack has stolen this treasure. We don't know what this treasure does or what it's for. It's just that Jack has stolen this treasure, and basically it's caused a load of trouble, which is basically just Jack being Jack Sparrow. And this is just so cool. Like, everything about this is so cool. The detail, the way that they filmed this is awesome. I cannot wait to actually play this through and share it on the channel with you guys. And then, of course, here we have a scene where your character models are actually talking to Gibbs, and of course, talking to Gibbs, and Gibbs is telling you basically some of the storyline about what's going on. I love all the glowy coral. The glowy coral enemies that you actually get in one of the tall tales are my favourite enemies in the game. I think they look so cool. I love glowy things in games. They're pretty, and I like taking screenshots of them because I really do enjoy doing my gaming photography for Instagram. And then here you can see the crew heading into the shack, which is actually Tia Dalma's shack. And I'm guessing that this is, part of the tall tale, like it is in the films where you go there to seek her help. So I can only imagine that that's what this is. But this is an area that we don't have in game. 100% we don't have this in game. Is this going to be an area that's accessible through the mist only during this tall tale? Is this what they're going to do? And then this character is so recognisable. This is Captain Barbossa. And yeah, as soon as they put the head on him and he starts talking, you immediately recognise it as Barbossa. And it's just so cool. But again, he is in the skeleton curse form. So I'm wondering how they're tying it in with the Sea of Thieves thing with Jack has stolen the treasure, because if Barbossa's still a skeleton, is it sort of thrown back to the first Pirates of the Caribbean where he's still cursed and the crew's still cursed? And then you have Tia Dalma here again with basically telling you elements of the story, and oh my god, how beautiful is that, where she's like casting the little boat on the water and making like an apparition above that green fire. Again, so many screenshots I'm gonna take during this. I'm gonna absolutely flood my Instagram feed with this. I am so excited. They couldn't have done this, they couldn't have done anything better. I mean, like, hats off to Rare. And then Jack here and telling you basically what's gonna be happening and giving you some more story. And they've got everything right about Jack. The sort of, the way he stands so upright and almost on his tiptoes and everything, and that is so the character they've managed to capture in the models for the trailer. And I can only imagine if this is what the trailer looks like, this is going to be absolutely incredible in game. And like I said, please go and check the full trailer out. Like I said, these are screenshots from the trailer and I'm just reacting to them. You need to go and show them some love. I certainly am going to be. And then we have this with like the new enemies. These are new enemies crawling aboard the ship and actually fighting us. Like, enemies on the ship fighting us. Please, for the love of all that is good, can we have this in the free roam where we just get boarded by creatures and we have to fight them? So we don't have just the Meg anymore or just the Kraken anymore. We have things that get on the boat and attack us. I'm talking of things under the water, mermaids. We actually get to see the mermaids. Like, this is, again, there was so much talk about merfolk being in an update. They are. They are. They're there. They're clear as day for us to see. This surely, surely, surely has to have something like. Please, I like. This is going to be the most incredible Tall Tales they've ever done. I can tell by what they've done here. If you can't tell, I'm extremely excited, and I hope they implement some of this stuff into free roam. And then of course we have this shot here. This is again an area we don't have in game. We don't have like a town with all these like stone buildings. I hope, I don't expect it, but I hope that we're getting a little bit of a map expansion that's going to have like a full town. How cool would that be? Like the full Pirates of the Caribbean style town. That would be the coolest thing ever. And then this shot. Oh my gosh. Of course, I should have expected it because if it's Pirates of the Caribbean, um, there's going to be Davy Jones. And I screamed when I saw this. I was like, really? The Flying Dutchman in Sea of Thieves? Look at how badass that is. That is the coolest thing I have seen in a game for so long. And Davy Jones. Like I said, they have kept it in the Sea of Thieves style, but they have kept it badass enough that it's Pirates of the Caribbean. I just can't, Rare. You have done such an amazing job. Oh, I saw that shot of the Flying Dutchman and I was just like, this is the coolest thing that I've ever seen. This is the coolest thing that I've ever seen. Um, I really, really was hoping for something massive. You know, with all these little updates and all these teasers that they've been doing, I was hoping for something massive. And here we have Jack telling us that now's the time to use cannons and fight the Flying Dutchman. We're going to fight the Flying Dutchman. Ah, this is amazing. And also, really want to point out a really small detail when you watch the trailer. The crab that sat on that little middle cannon there, I want it as a pet. It is the cutest thing, and I want it as a pet. Please, Rare, let me have a crab. It is the cutest thing. But here you go. You see us fighting the Flying Dutchman and fighting all these other ships. You actually see it in the trailer. So obviously this ship here isn't the Flying Dutchman, but it seems to be another ship in the story. But the fact that Jack tells us to use the cannons, we're going to be fighting it, and it just looks amazing. It looks so, so cool. I'm in love with that figurehead as well. I want that figurehead, and I want a load of ship cosmetics from this tall tale, please. Please let me have some, like, Flying Dutchman aesthetics for my boat. And then, again, one of these new enemies, which is again, it's in the style of the Pirates of the Caribbean because of the Flying Dutchman having the crew members that are basically like all sea creatures and part of the crew, part of the ship, and being like becoming sort of aquatic. But you have these this guy that has a shell as a head, and is that not the coolest looking enemy that we've ever seen in Sea of Thieves? Is that not? That is just amazing. And then this absolutely gargantuan mermaid statue. We smack these things to get the gems out of them all the time. What is this going to be part of? Like, what does this have? What is this in the story? I cannot wait. Like, this is so much lore that I can't even think how long they must have been doing this for. It has to have been a massive undertaking because of working with Disney and getting everything, you know, through and working and putting the ideas and then building this. And again, more shots of the enemies here. And oh my gosh, this is so cool. You have Davy Jones there stood at the head, but look at that like big crab enemy there on the left. That is so cool looking. I can't wait. And again, making the sea creature like people and having the part of the crew, part of the ship, and making it in that Sea of Thieves style that is slightly cartoony. It's a child friendly style, but then having it be that badass as well is just an amazing amount of skill. And again, this shot here of this again, this cobblestone road in this little town with these stone buildings, something we don't have in game. So I can only imagine we either go through the mist to do this, or at least part of this tall tale, or they've expanded it. I can't think of how else they've done it. Or maybe there's an outpost that pops up and something's been changed. I can't think of how else this is going to be done. Then there's this shot of like a bit of a fight going on in what looks to be a cavern, and this really cool like weapon that can fire like an electric ball of light that he uses to defeat one of the enemies, one of the new enemies, and Jack making a joke about, is there more than one of those? The last few shots, and again, this is a clock tower. We don't have any clock towers in game. Where is this clock tower? I need to know. Man, I'm so excited. Basically, I'll just say over the last few screenshots my thoughts, opinions, feelings, if they haven't been clear enough already. This is going to be epic. This is going to be epic, and just the screenshots, I hope, show a few of the things I wanted to talk about in terms of like how awesome this is going to be. And yeah, like I said, please go and look at the full trailer, Rare's actual trailer that these have come from. Please go and look at that. Rare have done an amazing job. I'm not associated with Rare. I'm not sponsored by Rare. I'm not anything. I am just giving my pure, unfiltered feelings of this. I have just watched this. I sent it to all my friends that I played Sea of Thieves with, saying, oh my god, guys, this is the coolest thing. This is the coolest thing. We all need to get on this day. We need to do these tall tales. Because one, so I can record them, and two, because I want to enjoy them personally. This is I love Sea of Thieves personally. It's not something that I always record to put out videos on. It's just something that I really enjoy playing with friends and having a laugh. And this is going to be the coolest thing to play with friends and have a laugh. I can tell you that straight away. This is going to be awesome. All the explosions, all the lights, all the cool new enemies, all the creatures. I just can't. And like I said, this gives them so many avenues to add new things into the game. We have been saying as a player base, a lot of us, that it's a lot of recycled content, Rare, there's a lot of the same skeletons, same bosses, and, the Forts of Fortune had three bosses that we've already had in game, basically all just in one. Can we have new content? Can we have new enemies? Can we have new threats upon the sea? So maybe this is going to play into that. You can see here it's the Sea of Thieves, a Pirate's Life announcement trailer, and underneath that it says split across 5 incredible tall tales packed with secrets and side quests. Sea of Thieves, a Pirate's Life sees Captain Jack Sparrow sailing in from beyond the horizon to sweep players into an epic new adventure. Free Jack from his prison and witness the power of the world's greatest pirate treasure, which he just so happens to have stolen, before joining him on an unforgettable quest to stop dark forces from dominating this pirate paradise. This lovingly crafted story will be available to play alone or with a crew, and will be a free update for all players with the arrival of Sea of Thieves Season 3 on June 22nd. So we're getting a new season pass, there'll be whole new rewards, and we're getting these 5 new tall tales. And we've seen stuff from Tall Tales end up as like free roam stuff before, where things like with Captain Flameheart, you go and you fight him. Well, you don't fight him. You go into his hideout, and it's basically like trying to take him down, all that stuff. And then we have now in free roam, we have the Ashen Lords, which are like part of that lore. We have the Flameheart battle. We have the ghost ship missions. So maybe we'll see missions related to this as like side stuff. I'm just so excited. So yeah, coming through to Sea of Thieves June 22nd, and again, it's going to be on Xbox, PC, everything that it's basically available to play on. We'll all be getting it on June 22nd, and I can't wait, guys. I can't wait. This is going to be one of the coolest updates. All of the games I love are getting updates, and it's amazing, and I wasn't expecting this to drop today. So apologies if the video seems rushed. I just really wanted to give you guys sort of my immediate feelings. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to go and check out the full trailer. Go and show Rare some love for this incredible thing that they have done. And thank you very much for watching. And I can't wait to record the actual tall tale and share it with you on June 22nd. So you'll probably be getting some Sea of Thieves videos on that day. So